Enlightenment. What is enlightenment? In a nutshell, enlightenment is knowing that you are one with everything, including the universe. It is to live while completely forgetting who you are. Then study and realize that you are one with everything, not two. All things in the world exist by perfectly digesting their roles. So most of them don't care much about who they really were. Sometimes I wonder who I was. But more than that, it's because he's immersed in the role he's given right now. Mindless or feeble beings such as mountains and fields, rivers and seas, weeds and trees, microbes and animals exist as one with everything as they are now. Therefore, they do not feel the need to realize or the reason to realize. I am completely immersed in my current role. I don't look at or listen to enlightenment. In other words, since it has already become one with the heavens and earth and all things as well as enlightenment, there is no special interest in it. So far, it seems that only human beings on the planet are curious and worried about who they are. Why is it that only humans have this curiosity? All of them are the result of a change in the first cause. But they cannot all be the same. Plants do not know whether they are intelligent or not. Some animals have low intelligence and some animals have high intelligence. Over time, the intelligence of these animals may develop or even regress. Because everything is related and constantly changing. One day, monkey-like animals may have higher intelligence than humans. Then, even the monkey will question its own existence. Humans are curious about themselves. Because they finally have the ability to think. Human intelligence has developed to a high degree. And has developed fine discrimination and judgment. Rather, it was completely one with the first cause. Before it had no intelligence or was highly developed. As his intelligence developed, he began to separate himself from everything and compare them one by one. What would have happened without the development of intelligence? Even now, you will live as one with everything, including the universe, without any curiosity. Some human beings agonize over themselves and all beings. And some finally attain enlightenment, while others do not. He may even be fully aware that he is one with everything. Of course, there will be various people, including those who do not realize even 1%. You don't have to blame yourself or be disappointed. Because you didn't realize even 1% here. Everyone has a chance. The opportunity to realize is given equally to everyone. If everyone makes an earnest effort, the day will come when they realize it. Even if it takes time. And the more you realize in difficult environments and conditions, the deeper and more valuable your realization will be. Like this, most human beings live their lives, completely forgetting that they are one with everything. At some point he may know that he is one with everything. Or he may not know it at all. It is human life to live like that. And then go back to the universe at some point. For a while, I was distant from everything, including the universe, but from now on, the only thing left is to get close. How fortunate and thrilling is this? a state in which it was one with the universe from the beginning. And there is no change after that would be insipid. Rather, isn't it more beautiful and thrilling to live by forgetting that I am one with the universe, and finally realizing that I am originally one with the universe after all my efforts? In this world of infinite possibilities, nothing is strange. Everything will happen when it's time to do it. Therefore, there is no need to be overly attached to attain enlightenment. If human beings live like human beings, they become one with the world as it is. What the first cause expects of man is simply to live like a man. An ordinary life is good, an extraordinary life is also good. He just needs to live the life he chooses. He just needs to walk step by step, each finding the path he thinks is right for him. You just have to live a life that fits your environment and ability. Even if you think about it hundreds of times. Those who must realize it in this life can go on the path of enlightenment. If you study step by step, the day will come when you realize it yourself at some point. But if flowers and trees, rabbits and lions, farmers and merchants all pursue enlightenment, who will take on the rest of the various roles to realize the perfection of everything, including the universe? What would happen if everyone was obsessed with enlightenment like this? It is like the children who come to an amusement park and sit huddled under the shade of a tree without riding the exciting rides, and think hard. Why did my parents send me to an amusement park? Of course, if you use enlightenment appropriately when it is too difficult, lonely, and painful, it will give you great comfort and vitality, making your life easier. However, the excessive obsession with enlightenment of ordinary people, not those who aim for enlightenment, may ruin the pleasant picnic and make my current role difficult. Then, why do most people live their lives forgetting that they are one with everything? The reason is that it may be difficult to immerse yourself in your role now. Therefore, let's not push too hard on enlightenment. But let's not neglect too much either. Now, don't worry too much and enjoy the exciting ride right in front of you. When time passes and the sun sets, you will be able to return to a warm home where your warm mother's arms await. One who seeks enlightenment experiences the life of a seeker while practicing. It is good to stay and practice in a quiet place without people, because it is not crowded and the mind is concentrated. However, the realization gained in a quiet place away from the world can be an empty realization. It is really difficult to live in the world while facing big and small problems in tangled human relationships. When you are in such a complicated relationship, all kinds of temptations and trials come to you every moment. The realization gained from overcoming all sorts of problems in these difficulties is even more valuable. How can a lump of iron that has not been hammered and quenched tens of thousands of times become a great treasured sword? There is nothing trivial or precious in the experience. Every experience and relationship is precious. This is because everyone and everything around me are my teachers, who give me precious realizations. Even when I finally realize that I am one with everything, sadness, Pain, loneliness, war, and hunger do not completely disappear. Still, even though all of them are uncomfortable and difficult, if you know the reason why they are difficult and know that they are changing, the pain and so on will be greatly reduced. Once you realize it, you will not be greatly swayed by useless greed. So you will be more likely to avoid greater difficulties in advance. And your life will be more peaceful. When you know the truth, no matter what you think, say, or do, the blockages are reduced. On the other hand, even if you attain enlightenment, you go to a separate time. This is where you will live a more free life. From the perspective of the first cause. In other words, while playing the role of a human being, you can live more wisely and wisely because you know the principles well. Ordinary people do not study or are lazy. So they have to endure the pain of reality. Because they do not know the truth, they often get confused. No matter what choice they make, and their lives are not smooth. No matter which path you choose, you will receive the results of your choice clearly without any error. The results are all too obvious. So, since ancient times, wise people have naturally tried to choose a life with good results. In order to efficiently manage the pain that comes every moment from stupidity, obsession, and greed, you must rely on even a small realization. For this reason, some people think that the life of those who seek enlightenment in the world is noble and valuable, and the life of ordinary people is ordinary or even shallow. However, in the world of truth, there is no superiority or inferiority or discrimination, because any choice contributes to the realization of perfection. Whether you live with realization or just live without realizing it, everyone has their own role and life. Whether it's the path of enlightenment or the ordinary path, it's all my choice. Because all those lives are one, not two. It's just each person's choice. Depending on the choice, you will experience various feelings of life. Will you become fully aware and properly manage your pain? Will you study moderately and live with the joy and pain of realization properly mixed? Or will you feel the pain intact and embrace it fully? Thank you very much for watching this video.